Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. This is Success with Srini.
This morning, as I was just getting ready to kind of get my thoughts aligned and record the podcast, and suddenly I got this email, a long email from a listener, obviously, of this podcast and also my radio shows, asking me about a very deep question, early morning question. And the gist of this question is, I am failing achieving my goals. I have no idea what I am doing wrong or what is incorrect. That's the question. Long email explaining the situation, the problems, and years of working hard and all that. I don't want to get into all that here, but the gist of this question got me excited. So I stopped whatever I had in my mind and I said, I'm going to record this as today's podcast. So stay with me. I'm sure you're going to find some incredible value from this because we all fail at fulfilling our goals or achieving our goals. See, here is what I found out, and I could be totally wrong at this, but after working with hundreds and hundreds of people through different situations, different geographies, different circumstances, I think I have a fair understanding on how this whole thing works. Every time I meet an individual who says, I'm working at this, it's not happening, I'm going to give it a year or two, usually the way I read them is that they are not properly setting their goals, they're not working, their intent is not clear, they have a good heart, but then, there is an impression that people like this create. And after going through so many different interactions over the years, I can read those impressions. So, there are 4 or 5 things that might be going wrong in this specific case because those are the 5 things that go wrong in almost in every case. So let's get into these 5 and I'm going to come back and maybe share a couple of resources that can help you overcome this. The first and the foremost question is, how do you set goals? What is the goal setting paradigm you use or a system you use? Because everything is a goal. You woke up this morning, you took care of, or you're waking up this morning, you're taking care of your stuff. In the afternoon, you're taking care of a few more things. In the evening, you will. In the night, you will. Everything is a goal and everything is an accomplishment. Question is, how are these goals meaningful? How can these goals be, first of all, envisioned, then thought through, then kind of taken seriously, intent, focus, energy, all those things applied. And how can these goals be given identities? Whatever goals you have in your mind, how can you give identities to those goals? So that when you walk, when you breathe, when you inhale, when you sleep, when you move, these goals are truly falling off of you. See, if I was supposed to go and climb Everest, everything I was doing was Everest. My thoughts, Everest. My diet, Everest. My sleep, Everest. My exercise, Everest. My interactions, Everest. Everything is Everest. So, whatever goal you have, and this is, in fact, I went through it, so I know, because it's very easy to make a comment on somebody's situation. But when you live through it, you know exactly, you have a different understanding of anything once you live through it. So I have a different understanding because I lived through some of the goals that I set for myself, and some of them I did not achieve, some of them I failed. Obviously this Everest thing did not happen, but I lived through the process for a year and a half, so I know how this works. So there are 4 or 5 things I want to call out. There are many more things to it. It's very difficult to get everything into a podcast like this, and that too a question that came in just moments ago. Very difficult for me to put all my thoughts together, but I'm speaking from my mind as I'm recording this. There's no preparation for this, nothing. The first and the foremost thing is you got to have your schedule in place. You set your goal, the goal setting paradigm, the goal setting formula. It doesn't matter whose principles you use, whose methods you use, which book you read. It's totally up to you. But once you are there and things are not happening, it means that you are not taking your time seriously. You are not giving enough energy to your intent. You are not taking your schedule seriously. Schedule is the right word. Schedule encapsulates time and events and all that. So schedule is an important part. You don't really take So you schedule some time to do a few things, maybe, but something else comes up, you kind of compromise. So you probably have a challenge of saying no to things, and you say yes to everything that's coming your way. And now you really don't have control on your time. People who don't have control on their time, they don't have control on anything. Step one. The second one is, once you have your schedule in place, the second is action. So, listen, if you want to manifest anything, you want to create anything, you got to take action. There's no shortcut to this. But people tell me that I have a schedule, I take actions, things don't happen for me. Then that leads me to the third point, which is focus. What are you thinking when you're taking action? Are you getting sidelined? Are you getting sidetracked? Distractions? Like, you need real focus to get things done. So I would take 5 minutes of extreme focus in 1 hour, then 10 hours of unfocused time. So 10 hours of work, no focus, versus 1 hour with 5 minutes of focus. It's amazing what focus does. And I think 99% of all performance issues can be broken down to just one thing called focus. And I did multiple podcasts here talking about focus. Of course, I did many podcasts on goal setting and achievement and goal fulfillment and all that. You have a schedule, you are taking action, you are focused. Still things are not happening. Then the last one is your belief system. See, once the belief system itself is compromised, doesn't matter what you do, everything is cosmetic. It's like taking a fox and painting the fox to look like a tiger. Doesn't work. Back in the day, growing up in the school, my teacher used to say this: you can't take a fox and paint it to look like a tiger. So you can't paint this. So your belief system is incorrect. You are scared of success. You are fearful of success. You're fearful of failure. There are things that are overriding you internally. Then you can't. None of these things work. They may work, but they will not work to a level where you feel good about accomplishing. So belief system is important. That's why everywhere I hit this point of values and beliefs, everywhere, wherever I talk, because it's the mindset and everything else secondary. People give a lot of importance to other things. Money, credentials, accomplishments, all. It's the mindset. I'll tell you this. I met a not a billionaire, but a multi-millionaire, right? I couldn't spend 3 minutes with him. I just couldn't spend 3 minutes with him. Every word that comes out of his mouth doesn't make any sense. There is no logic or there is no rhyme or rhythm to why he became this successful, how he could make this kind of money, why his employees tolerate him. I have no idea. I don't want my employees to tolerate me. I think that my employees work with me, not for me, with me, because of the currency. And that currency is the words that I exchange with them. At any point in time, I don't look down upon them. I never say anything to them that compromises their identity or their self-esteem or their self-worth or value. Every time they talk to me, they feel that they are seeing a better version of themselves in them. I have no idea why this man is so successful, makes so much of money. But then, an individual's worth is measured through the words they say, the way they say them. Just spend 5 or 10 minutes with people. If they are doing F-bombs everywhere they're talking, you know what their worth is. They may have the wealth, they don't have the worth. Belief system is an important part. I want you to look into the belief system when you're talking about goals. Now, there are 2 other elements. This podcast is running too long and just dialing in, as you see. I just woke up dialing into this. The 2 other things I want to share quickly. When you're setting goals, make sure that the goals pull you. Don't push yourself towards the goals. It just, don't do things because others are doing. Do because you inherently, deep within yourself, feel that this is the right thing for you to do. Don't do it. Again, this goes back to the earlier comment of cosmetics, right? I want to set goals such that I feel empowered. Goals, I wake up, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like achieving anything, doing anything. Think about the goal. Oh my God, I need to do this. I need to accomplish. The goal somehow inherently pulls me. It's not my idea, but it's something that I picked up in one of the books. I think that was James Clear, Tiny Habits, I believe. Not sure. Then this is something else. There is a second part to this. when you set goals, make sure that the initial effort rewards. Okay, the initial few steps, initial few actions you take for achieving a goal, make sure that those actions succeed so that you now have a kind of validation that whatever I'm trying to do here, it's going to work because I'm seeing success. If the first couple of steps are successful, first couple of steps stand as validation, then you will stay longer with your goals. You'll put in the effort, you'll spend more time, and then you'll succeed. As simple as that. Okay, as you see, this answer is pretty big and pretty broad and could be driven in different directions, but hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully I answered your question. If not, let me know. And if you have a question for me, by all means, please text me 888-818-0404, 888-818-0404, where you can text me. Now, my Thursday is a very busy day. As I'm recording this, it's early morning. So I'll just go and take care of a few critical things. 3-4 things are waiting on me as I'm recording this. But I should have done a little bit more research in answering this question. But I think whatever I said came out of my own being in this. So still, I hope this delivers some value. That's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe. And I will catch you as early as tomorrow morning right here. Take care. Bye now.